Before we dive into today's episode, we've got something special to share with all of you. We're proud to announce the launch of Wild Roots, a brand new film series from Wolf Connection and the Wolf Connection podcast. This series takes the stories, lessons, and connection we've experienced with the wolves at our sanctuary out into the wider world, exploring what it truly means to reconnect with nature and the wilds. The first installment is called A Handful of Dirt, featuring John Potter. If you want to be a part of this journey, you'll need to sign up to get early access to each film as it's released. Stay tuned to the Wolf Connection and Wolf Connection podcast socials for when the trailer drops and the link information on where you need to go to sign up. And make sure you're following along. This is just the beginning.
The land, the animals, and the people. Welcome to the Wolf Connection podcast.
Fellow Long Islander. I can't believe it. We just figured this out, by the way, folks, that when Candace and Brianna got here and there was the area code for one of the counties on Long Island, I said, there's no way this person's from Long Island. And it was Brianna. So Brianna Godberson is also from Long Island like I am. So interesting. I don't know how we didn't do this.
I don't know how we didn't connect that. But
how did we not connect the dot on the last podcast that we had with you? How have you been, first of all? I mean,
I've been good.
You're on this tour with Candace.
Yeah.
So like, what's this been like?
It's been cathartic and life-changing. It's been literally amazing. But I have exciting news. I'm 12 weeks pregnant right now. So it's been amazing to bring this baby along on this journey to all these amazing wolf sanctuaries. But I was really sick with morning sickness. So hence the little break in my podcast, needing to just be in my body and just focus on my health for a little bit. But I'm really glad that I was able to feel better and be able to come do this like wonderful experience.
I mean, for you, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the new life that's coming into to your home and your situation. Was that something maybe life telling you maybe to take a step back? I know you were going, and we've talked about, I think, the podcasting space and what that's like to keep up on getting guests, having episodes, making sure that you're present on a regular basis. Yeah. But just like wolves, we need to take a step back and sort of have our own time so that we can relax and we can, sort of recharge a little bit. Did you think that?
I really do think it was like a little sign from the universe. Like, you really need to slow down. And it's always the hardest, right? When it's things that we are really love and are passionate about. Like, I really love connecting with people, and I love the guests that I have on and being able to find similarities that we have with each other. But, I'm a one-woman show, so I do everything. I do the editing, uploading, all that stuff. And it definitely takes a toll, especially being a mom. I have a 4-year-old son at home and all the other things. I still have to work and all the other things. So this is like my passion project, but it's a lot of work that goes into it. So I think that it was a little sign from the universe, like, hey, mama, you need to slow down a little bit.
For you, because I asked Candace about this and what brought this trip up, where does this, I guess, sit in your life currently? And why was this important for this to sort of kick off and be part of your journey at this present moment? As you just announced that you're pregnant, things are going on in your life personally, but why now for something like this type of journey?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I also feel like, obviously me and Candace were talking about this and having so many discussions on this amazing road trip that we've been on. And I think just having a hard time being in the present moment, and then finally feeling, because I was really sick, but like finally feeling like my health was good. So when I was really not feeling well, I was like, God, I just can't wait to feel good again, and be able to do the things I love. So I think sometimes you need that break, right? It's so important for people to get that and to recharge, and then also to just be present and to be able to have that kind of mix together. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for you, what was coming up here at our sanctuary? I know you visited 2 others. You visited Women for Wolves, you visited Apex Protection Project. What was something that sort of has stood out to you? I know there was a great interaction. We went in with Nakumi and we were about to exit and we sort of stopped and she did come over, which was to me just a great thing. And she was sort of playing in the background, but did anything stand out for you that resonate with you that, throughout, our hours here at the sanctuary, sort of as we get towards feeding time and stuff like that? What was it like for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think especially with these wolf dogs and the amazing work that you guys do, and each one of them has their own depth and stories. So I know that and I think it just makes me so much more appreciative that, we were in there and it took a while for her to even come up to us. So for her to have the courage to be able to come up and just take a little sniff from me, those are big moments for them. And I think that I just really resonated with how honored I was to oh, okay, you were brave enough to come up and just give me a little sniff, just being able to have those moments. And then I had such a wonderful moment with Hoven.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I could have sat with him forever and cuddled with him, and he just laid next to me and he was asleep and comfortable, just being totally asleep. And something about being able to just pet his fur and being so comfortable was it warmed my whole heart and my body. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, just to see him, because he doesn't typically do that. And it seems as though the 2 of you have had these moments on this trip where these pack members don't do certain things with certain people. So the energy clearly that you 2 are bringing on this little road trip that is going to obviously expand into something bigger is just totally, it's not even incomprehensible. It's it's been meant to happen, the timing all aligned for you, both of you to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, for Hoven to do that, he was snoring. I'll say we did catch him on, but we have footage of him snoring. But yeah, just to have that deep, relaxed connection.
Yeah.
Is that something that maybe were you seeking that out? Was it something that you've been sort of, as you were slowing down a little bit and maybe starting to ramp back up, what was it like for you on the other side of the mic too? As I'm interviewing you here,
right?
You think there were things that maybe you were trying to get to that, you didn't have time.
Oh, that's a good one. I feel like it was really nice to be able to slow down for a little bit. I think that I was going way too much, and even with my own body, not getting enough sleep because I wanted to make sure I get everything uploaded or edited or emailing people back. And, I think it's so important. And we've talked about, I remember talking with Nani and Paula from Apex and Nani from Women for Wolves. And when especially when you're an empath and you're really giving, and especially with those that are in the wolf caretaker position, and again, it's this position of I'm doing something that I really love and I'm passionate about. So it's almost hard to stop because you really love what you're doing, right? But it's so important to have that balance to recharge and be in the present moment and to slow down, and take in life, and take in what's around you. So I think that everything happens for a reason, Yeah.
The Wolf Connection podcast is now sponsored by our new partner, Jacques-Marie Mage. This LA-based brand is known for their limited edition, handcrafted eyewear and luxury goods, but also for their stewardship program, which supports various nonprofits and individuals who are working to protect a future for wild wolves.
Is that what you're taking on this journey? It seems as though both of you are connected to wolves in a different way, but on a similar path. Yeah. Is that the thing that you've sort of resonate with? Well, what's the word or the thing or the lesson that is resonating with you as you embark on this from wolves? What are they giving you?
I think that my favorite thing, especially with talking about Women's Month and everything like that, is wolves have an incredible instinct, right? And they always say women's intuition. So it's actually something like that. And I think that the most beautiful thing about wolves is they're so embodied in themselves. And I think that embodiment's like really important, especially for women, and being able to recognize what's going on inside of you. Like, we're so intuitive. We are able to pick up on so many things, and to be able to listen to like what your body and like what your intuition and what your natural instinct is telling you.
Yeah. I asked this to Candace too. Is it refreshing for both of you to come on a trip like this and see how there's a lot of women in these very important roles in these organizations? I mean, we're a woman-run organization at Wolf Connection. I know Women for Wolves, I think, speaks for ourselves. I know a couple of the women over at Apex. So there are these very integrated women that have such important roles in all of these organizations. Is that something you were planning on, or you were surprised by? How does that,
Definitely doesn't surprise me. I think it's I think it's a really wonderful thing. And I also think that it's just natural, right? And I think that there's also something about the wolf, their howl, that's like the empowerment of the voice, and how women for so many centuries were silenced. And we're in a great time. I mean, not for every single woman out there, right? There's still a lot of work to be done, but like, we've made such progress in women being able to have their own voice. And I think that that's what relates very much between women and wolves, is that wolves are able to have their own voice and howl out into the world, right? And so that's a really great thing for women, because sometimes women can feel small or feel like they need to be silenced. And I think that's such an inspiration that wolves give us women.
Was there a point leading up to this trip where you knew it basically had to happen? Or was there a point, was there a word, was there something guttural or instinctual that came up that you yourself said, I'm going to make this happen no matter what?
Oh yeah. I like, cause Candace was bringing up that initially we were going to maybe go in February, which that's why I say everything happens for a reason, which I'm glad, because I still wasn't feeling great at that time. But then I everyone was asking me like, are you sure you're going to feel good? I'm like, no, I know I'll be good. So it's this kind of like blend of instinct and knowing that like, no, I'll be good at that point. I have a feeling I'll be good. So yeah.
Yeah. It's really that instinctual, I don't know. It's like that, like you said, it's sacred timing, it's instinct, and it's also the true authenticity of who you are to sort of push through things. I know that similarly, like, I'm sure we grew up in, similar cases of like, we're on Long Island, we're New Yorkers. So there's a certain way that New Yorkers are like, no, we're going to do this thing no matter what, by blank or high water, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to happen. And it's refreshing though, to see someone who's in the same space as we are, podcasting and doing media, to understand what taking that time though, to recharge, to rest, and to be the best self you could be. And that's what the wolves have taught me that here at this sanctuary, is in order to be your true authentic self and to be the best wolf or the best human you can be, you need to have self-care. And that's the only way it's going to happen. So it's really interesting to see this journey for you. It's a little bit different from Candace, and you guys like came together on this.
And I feel like, especially because I'm like, I have to practice what I preach, right? Because a lot, like on my podcast, the Find Your Wild podcast, a lot of it is talking about mental health and how nature incorporates into mental health. And I feel like it wouldn't be right to be able to say that to other people and to not be able to do that myself. So I think it's really important, again, in authenticity, right? To be able to be true to yourself and true to what you're saying too. Yeah.
I mean, what did you get from the land here today? I mean, we walked, in some beautiful trails. We obviously sat in some habitats and had some wolf encounters, but what's the thing that the land gave you specifically today, if you can put anything to it?
I just I feel incredibly honored, because I know it takes a lot for these wolves to get to the place that they are now. And, even coming to check us out, and also just being really at peace, being like so present and being like, wow, what, like trying to absorb how wonderful this experience is, and knowing that it's like a pretty rare experience here, like what you guys give to people, and being like, wow, I'm really trying to treasure everything I'm getting right now. Yeah.
We don't take enough of a step back for ourselves and realize how healing the land can actually be, and how, I mean, for you, because when we didn't discuss this, because I don't think we knew this about each other growing up on Long Island. What was that like for you, getting into the space you are now with the podcast, with the way that you talk about, like you say, mental health and recharging and healing yourself? What was that thing for you that led you down this path initially? I don't think we ever talked about
No, yeah. So it's really cool. So it's I actually started out with my clothing brand, Femme Sauvage, which means wild woman in French. And my favorite book is Women Who Run with the Wolves, and the logo that I'm wearing is very much inspired by that. But I always had really good ideas for things, but then actually after I had my son, I just felt the need, and again, it's kind of like that woman's instinct and intuition. Like I needed to push this creative force out into the world, and I had all this artwork and things, and wanting to connect with the wild woman and help other women do that. And something about having a child and bringing that child into the world, and that child needs to get their diaper changed. They need to eat. They need to do that. And you need to fulfill those things. And something about that pushed me to finally fulfill the things that have been brewing inside of me. And then through that, through the clothing brand and the artwork, I met such amazing people. And sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like I'm always the best with social media. So I feel like actually my best self is being able to talk to people and connecting and having conversations with them. So that's where it led to the podcast, and it all kind of felt very natural and interconnected and interwoven.
Man, it's amazing how life takes us on these different journeys, and the animals that are supposed to be part of our journey integrate themselves naturally in that way. It's amazing. I truly can't wait to see what both of you come up with and what you guys...
I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
It's so great. And I mean, it's been such a pleasure to have you here with Candace and to see you guys in person and to just experience these things. And I do love having that human connection. It's just so much better. I mean, we've seen each other over Zoom and social. It's just not the same. And with the animals, it works so much better. Yeah,
and you just get that real like connection and like the bond, right? With bonding with people, and that's what I love about doing the podcast. I'm sure that we have similar thoughts about that, but being able to hear people's stories and to connect with them, and then more so meeting them in person is just. There's something really beautiful about that, and finding like-minded minds and hearts. Yeah, it's so awesome. Yeah. Well, this is the first, but not the last time I think we'll see you guys. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to have you guys come. I know, you're like, you haven't left yet, but we don't want you to leave anymore. Yeah. Brianna, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Best of luck on everything. Thanks. Good health, everything going forward, not just with, the little one that's on the way, but everything else with you. Thank you. Thanks so much for having us. This has been a wonderful day. It's unbelievable. I can't wait to come back. I know. Absolutely. Thanks so much. Thank you. House to y'all out there. We'll be with you next time. Bye, everybody. Looking for more information about Wolf Connection or the podcast? Visit our website at wolfconnection.org, where you can donate, sponsor a wolf, or become a volunteer. Thank you for listening.